Hey, welcome to His and Hers Gen X podcast with me, Christina, and
Chad.
hey,
So you got to pick the movie this time.
right. So we're going back to disturbing children's movies for
Hmm.
Gen Xers. These were the movies that we watched when we were kids that bugged us when we were kids.
You should say you, because I never saw this movie or the last. Well, I don't think I saw the last one either.
He's never seen it, but if you saw this one, you might think it's disturbing. The Secret of NIMH, 1982, which is a cartoon.
I. It's fun. We were just saying off camera, like like when you have one of those Disney VHS movies and you play, you have to sit through like a bunch of commercials and trailers. I think I may have saw, commercial or trailer for this movie, but it's not a Disney movie,
Nope.
so I don't know where else I would have seen it on. Like,
I honestly don't know how this came on my radar. I don't know if we rented it from the video store, maybe.
probably.
But we had a copy of it on beta, and I was obsessed with it. I would watch it over and over again when I was a small child, but it was the animation. I always thought the animation was just really cool.
Yeah, it has that classic Walt Disney kind of vibe, like your Cinderellas, your Alice and all those, because everything in the background is all hand painted.
It's hand painted,
Yeah,
like
it's
millions of cells of hand painting.
millions.
And
I don't
yeah,
know about millions
lots.
by hand.
Lots. And it's done by Don Bluth, who did
Yeah.
some other movies. I think he might have done one of the Rescuers movies, but he actually left Disney in some sort of conflict. And he released this movie as like a competition to Disney.
Yeah,
And I mean, it competed.
it's like it's so weird because like this is a great mind bender for kids because like I was saying, it looks like a Disney movie, your classic Disney animation.
Yeah.
But the story itself is like so dark and intense. Like
Yes.
it has like definitely it's like a slight kind of Lord of the Rings kind of thing going, like with the whole magical kind of thing. But then
Right.
like the main characters are talking mice, which you've seen like Great Mouse Detective and like even in Cinderella, like her helpers are
Rescuers.
mice.
Yep. And there's rats.
Yeah.
Everything talks.
Yeah.
Well, except the cat. The
Yeah.
mice talk. The shrews talk.
Yeah, why is the cat always the villain?
Yes.
Mice carry pestilence and disease.
So this is the movie that makes cats look super creepy.
Well,
'Cause-
there's cats are like always the bad guys, except maybe like in Garfield or
I don't know.
even Garfield is like lazy. Like,
For
he's
Tom
certainly
and
not-
Jerry, I was always rooting for Tom, honestly. I hated Jerry, so I was rooting for the cat. But this cat's evil. He's just a big, fat,
Yeah,
mongoloid-looking, ratty
Yeah.
barn cat, I guess.
he's got magical eyes.
Yeah, but he's terrifying, so...
But yeah, so I mean, like I was not familiar with this at all. All I knew is like, I mean, I definitely remember seeing like probably Nostalgia Critic or Cinesnob review this or both, and I just remember like them saying like, yeah, this is like a really intense, disturbing. Like it's not. It's funny because like when we were watching it on Amazon, like the description it says a family favorite. I'm like, this is not a family movie. It's so dark. I would not want to sit by a kid. I think most little kids would have cried when they seen this.
When it was in the video store, it was in the kids section. It was
Yeah.
marketed toward children, so we were just different children, I guess, that liked intense stuff.
I don't kind of like going on what we said with Return to Oz. It's like, who is this for? Like it's not an uplifting story.
Yeah.
And I'd say this one's even darker than Return to Oz. There's actually some death in it.
Yeah. There's quite a bit of death.
Yeah.
So the main leader is this kind of mystic rat named Nicodemus, and he's got these creepy all white eyes and a long beard.
Yeah.
He gets killed off in some sort of murder plot, which when I was a kid, the whole coup aspect of taking over in this movie was kind of lost on me. Now as an adult, I kind of get it, but
Yeah, it's very Shakespearean.
yeah.
I think it's from like Othello or Hamlet. I should have known because I have a degree in English and I remember taking many classes on Shakespeare, but that was like 15, almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, I haven't read Shakespeare in 30 years. Maybe.
Yeah, it's the whole premise is it's like they cross like a Shakespearean premise with kind of a Lord of the Rings, that kind of sword and sorcery kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Although, which is also in a lot of Disney movies,
Mm-hmm. It is
And
kind
then-
of like Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
Like it's the Disney aesthetic, like I said, like because the mice are drawn like cute little, fun-loving
Yeah.
Cinderella's mice, but although it makes it very, very easy to see who's the good guys and bad guys, because the bad guys have like super eyebrows that are like dancing off their head,
Yeah, they're drawn more harsh.
Yeah.
But yeah, the characters, some of them are
Jagged edges.
cute, but the environment is kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very ominous. There's this scene where they go and where she goes and meets the great owl.
Yeah, it's
And it's
like Wizard of Oz. He's like the wizard from Wizard of Oz.
yeah, when I was
Or-
a kid, it really creeped me out, the great owl, because she walks into this tree stump. It's like a cave, actually. And she's like stepping on bones, and he's eating bugs and squishing things with his feet, and
Yeah.
it's really nasty. So as a kid, it was quite disturbing.
Yeah, as an adult, it's not disturbing. It's just strange, I would say.
Yeah,
It just seems like everything in this movie, the premise is just an odd choice. Like, it's like I said, it's kind of the opposite of Disney movies. Like, there's no song and dance routine. There's no like uplifting score. Same thing with Return of Oz. Like this is in fact it's hardly just a little bit of filler music between scenes or.
yeah, they only use it, I guess, when there's a lot of periods where it's just extremely quiet. And I think it's just to make the movie feel more tense.
Yeah, and there's definitely parts, especially towards the beginning, where the sound was bad. Like, all you could just hear is, like, the actors on mic. Like, there was no background. Like, if somebody's walking around, you should still hear the footsteps. And, I don't think it's my TV or...
True.
The copy on Amazon Prime looked like it was a VHS tape.
Yeah.
The video quality is not very good.
I don't know if they've remastered this movie or not, which is worth looking into, but I don't know if... It seems like the kind of movie they should remaster.
I remember asking ChatGPT that a week or two ago. I said, give me a list of movies that have never had a Blu-ray edition, and this one was on there.
That's crazy. It's such a beautiful movie. Like, I feel like it should get some respect, but...
You know what else was on the list?
What?
The Fred Savage movie, Wizard. The Wizard.
I love The Wizard.
Yeah. Never got a Blu-ray release.
Never got a Blu-ray.
Much less a 4K.
It's because it's such a time capsule movie. They're like, nobody's watching this unless they're watching it from their childhood. Like, no kid will get anything from it now. But some trivia for this. So it was made for only $7 million, but it only grossed $14 million. So it wasn't like a huge box office success. So I don't think I saw this in the theater. It must have been on release.
Also, that was, early 80s money. And, like, that was probably decent. And, kids' movies, especially animated movies... it's not like they were like super baller. I'm trying to like only like those super A-list like Hall of Fame Disney movies like Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland. Yes, like those are like gonna bring in the big bucks, but
yeah,
those are like I don't know what those are like in the 50s or 60s or something. It probably wasn't until like Little Mermaid or Lion King like those. Where those super A-list, blockbuster kids animated Disney movies came back.
Yeah.
I can't really think of it. Like, there's tons from the 70s and 80s, but like, you saw them once when you were a kid, and like you don't think of them anymore.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff and those white clamshell VHS things.
I've got them.
Yeah, it's like you probably recognize the title, like you were saying before, like Great Mouse Detective, Black Cauldron, Sword in the Stone. It's like you saw that once, but like. That's not like it just didn't have the staying power of a Star Wars or a Ghostbusters or an E.T.
Yeah, unless you watched movies over and over again, which this one was one of those that
or like Snoopy, like like
this is one of those ones that kind of became like a cult classic. I think it did a lot better on home video than it did in theaters, so I definitely saw it a couple of times.
This seems like the kind of movie that would resonate with like like the goth kids, the weirdo kids,
Yeah.
Like it's because the whole premise is so dark.
I mean, we grew up to be goths, some of us, so maybe that's what it is. But it's got a good storyline. It's intense. The whole premise is they have to... Well, her child is dying, and they have to get him moved because a tractor is going to come and take out their house.
Yeah.
So they have to get moved, and there's a lot of intense footage where she has to stop the tractor by pulling on the gas line, and... That almost kills her.
That was like the only like adventure part of the movie
Yeah.
where like she's like kind of like in a hero role. Like this
Yeah.
isn't
Well, at the end.
because I went into this thinking it was kind of like a hero's journey type movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's it sort of is like the Wizard of Oz, Return of Oz. This one, the female protagonist hero's journey is very different from the male protagonist journey.
Yeah.
Or hero's journey, I should say.
Yeah. Well, she's on a hero's journey, I guess,
Yeah.
and she meets all these boys. They're all boy characters along the way.
I think except for her daughter, like she's like the only female character in this movie.
Auntie Shrew.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's an old bitch.
Yeah.
She's so mean. Everyone's mean to her in the beginning. It's not until she meets Justin, the hot rat. The rat that's like,
rat.
yeah, he would totally be her boyfriend because he's like, a nice guy. She meets him and he's actually nice to her because everyone else prior to that is kind of mean to her. She's a widow and
Yeah.
everyone's kind of nasty.
All right. What else you got for
So, oh yeah, the disturbing part. That
There's
I
some
remember.
trippy parts.
Okay, it is kind of like disturbing and trippy, where she goes and she sees Nicodemus, and he shows her the story of the rats of NIMH, which is the National Institute of Mental Health.
Yeah.
They escaped from a lab, and they were given like I don't know if they were injected with like psychedelics, like LSD or something, because they injected the rats in their stomachs with a huge needle.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid being really bothered by that, and then they trip.
Mm-hmm.
There's all this like psychedelic.
But they also
DMT
get
stuff.
like superpowers too.
Yeah.
So it's almost kind of comic booky.
Yeah, eventually they become superhuman and become mental. And
Yeah. Like he says, like we learn to read.
One day he looked at some words on a cage and he was able to read.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the premise behind that.
I thought they should have. This is one thing. My major criticism of the movie is like it's kind of unbalanced.
Why?
Like as far as like because they have like those, Lord of the Rings, comic booky kind of elements, but then they also have like this intense drama of just like they're gonna die any second, like like the reality of being like a rat, like living in a, like it's funny because it looks Disney, but like the story isn't Disney. It's like the story is like very earnest,
Yeah.
as much as you can be, although like. Then you also have like the rats, like they rig up a pulley system to like that's like kind of ridiculous. Well, I mean, it works in a cartoon, obviously, but
What about the part where the rats and Mrs. Brisby get in like a lantern and it goes under the water?
yeah, that was cool.
I always loved that scene.
Yeah.
It's like they get down to the bottom and it goes into a little notch and then the water drains.
Yeah.
The way they had they could be inside of a tractor or something like that and they would have this elaborate. I always loved that when they were traveling in just old stuff.
Yeah.
How they made everything look really detailed, and I think that was like my favorite part of it was just watching the animation of it.
Yeah, I agree. Especially there's a lot of sparkly scenes.
Yeah.
Where just things,
Twinklies.
twinkly, sparkly. I was like, that was really cool.
Yeah. What'd you think of the crow? Jeremy. They
yeah.
all have names like Jeremy, Justin, Jonathan.
I know. That was the character played by Dom DeLuise.
Yes.
It sounds like he's like improvising in the studio. He's just like hamming it up. He's just chewing the scenery.
I think that's what it was.
And it's
You're
like,
right.
I guess the character provides like really the only comic relief in the movie.
Yeah.
But like it's like so overboard. Like, okay, we get it. You're a klutz. Like, we've seen this character many times before.
Yeah, and that was part of like a lot of child movies in probably even now. There's always like a stupid, funny character that's just kind of there.
Yeah.
But even she's annoyed by him. She doesn't want him there.
Yeah.
So.
And he just keeps getting caught up in string. It's almost creepy in a way. Like it's some kind of like bondage kind of.
I never saw it like that until today, but I'm like, they really used, I know supposedly crows like string, but this crow's like covered in string the entire movie.
Yeah.
In some capacity. He's getting tied up. At the end, a lady crow comes along and she's in string and they're tied up together.
I don't know. It's like this very adult like moment. And like there's like no swear words in this movie. There actually is a little bit of blood.
Yes.
But so this was PG, right? Not PG-13?
Oh, yeah. This might have, this is PG.
It's definitely a PG movie.
I don't think it was G. Is
it
possible?
It's this is too intense for a G.
Yeah.
It had to be at least a PG.
G.
It's like they don't really make G
It was
movies.
rated G.
Was it?
That's so crazy. Frightening imagery, themes of death, illness, and animal experimentation
Yeah.
apparently are okay under G.
Oh yeah, that's what reminds me. So like the whole flashback to the mental institution and all that. Like,
Yeah.
so I wonder, like, this movie is supposed to be kind of like an early, like, kind of animal rights crusade or awareness thing.
Probably.
I
So when
mean-
they show the lab, they have puppies in there
Yeah,
crying. It's so sad. A
Yeah,
monkey.
it's so dark. But
It's
that's
dark.
I'm watching this and I'm like, who's this for? Is it make little kids cry? Like little kids watch movies to have fun, you know? Like, and then like, hey, here's animal cruelty, you know? That's real, you know?
Yeah. And I was an animal lover growing up, so
Yeah.
it bothered me. But I still watched it.
Yeah, that's a really odd choice. It's just the whole thing. Like, I'm watching it and I'm just like, this and like Return to Oz and whatever the next one is that we watch. You know, it's just
Yeah.
kind of like these are really odd choices for, like, you know what kids love? To be creeped out and scared. But it's like, no, they want the escape of the Star Wars or even, like, you know, the Rainbow Bright and things like that. You know,
Yeah.
very very odd choice.
Yeah, imagine watching that at 5 years old.
Yeah.
It's like the injecting, and a lot of us did. It was rated G.
The only thing I can think of is, like, you know, this was early 80s, so I mean there might be still a lot of influence from like those late 60s, early 70s, like trippy, like R. Crumb and Fritz the Cat,
Yeah.
you know, kind of influence.
Yeah.
Or did you ever see, I don't know if it came out before or after this movie, Heavy Metal. It's
No.
an animated movie. Like, there's a magazine, it's like comics, but it's like magazine called Heavy Metal. That was very trippy. Or yeah, like there's so many of these kind of. I think it is a Don Bluth movie called Wizards. I think it's called Wizards.
Wizards?
Can you look that up?
It's an animated movie?
Yeah,
So Wizards cartoon.
yeah. Let me
Don
look it up
Bluth.
on IMDb.
1977. No, it's by Ralph Bakshi.
Oh, okay, yeah, but it's similar. It's
Post-apocalyptic fantastical sci-fi mix.
yeah.
Nuclear? Was this rated G2?
Does it say it in there?
I don't know. It doesn't say it. But yeah, I mean, we just got fed a lot of different things. I feel like this movie was I don't feel like this movie would be released now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's
If it was, it would be marketed toward adults.
yeah. It's kind of cool to watch as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying, like, it's hard for me to, like, kind of come to a decision on this movie, like how much I like it or didn't like it. It's not that I like it or dislike it. It's that it's
Too weird.
so bizarre. It's hard to. I mean, I don't want to say it's a bad movie. I mean, it's a great looking movie. I would say, like, the actual. It's funny because, like, you know, got Dom DeLuise hamming it up. Everybody else, all the male characters, they all sound very Shakespearean. They all sound like polished voice actors or just actors.
Yeah.
But the lady who does the main character, she's just like, well, appropriate. I was gonna say she's very mousy, you know, very just like timid, like very
she
kind
is.
of flat.
She's very timid.
But the
yeah.
character is too.
Yes.
So
Yeah. I think it was Sandy Duncan.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has no real range though.
She doesn't. I mean, yeah. I guess she's kind of I mean, she's the main character, but she's
Mm-hmm.
very mousy, like you said. She's not meant to be huge.
Yeah, I did appreciate that they use actual children for the mice children.
Yeah, they're little kids, and I looked it up, and it's Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
You know who that is. He was on
Yeah.
Big Bang, and then Shannon Doherty. So
Yeah.
really,
I mean,
small.
you can't tell because
No,
they're just
it's only in the
squeaky
credits.
kids' voice, you know.
Yeah.
And they sound like how the little kids on South Park sound when they have, like, the kindergartners, you know?
Oh, like Ike. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think that was Trey Parker's daughter. that
I
did
wonder
that for a
if
long
that's,
time.
I bet you that it was inspired by this,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, well, some trivia says that Stephen King borrowed the tone for some of his movies.
Really?
He liked the ominous tone of Secret of NIMH. Interesting. That might have been during, like, his drinking phase. Maybe he got really into it.
I just want to, like, kind of, what was, like, who do they think the target audience was for this? Like,
It was little kids. I watched it.
I don't know, I guess.
My best friend watched this movie.
Maybe
a
that's
lot,
why Gen
too.
Xers are so hard, because we were raised on, like,
Yeah. That's the...
Shakespearean animated movies.
Yeah, and a lot of these movies are actually really cerebral. Like, I'm
Yeah.
surprised I followed the plot line of that when I was so young.
Yeah.
But I think it was enough to be, good animation will like have kids watch
Yeah.
a long drawn out story like that, I think.
Yeah. It came out in 1982, so there was definitely 2 Star Wars movies in front of it. So I definitely saw some Star Wars influence there.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there was a huge sword fight scene. I think you didn't really see that until Star Wars, at least like in the, because that kind of was like a 50s and 60s thing, and it kind of went away. And
Yeah.
then sci-fi fantasy had kind of brought that motif or that
Interesting. I mean, yeah.
vehicle back,
I guess you're right, and that's been used a lot. I mean, it's like the entire premise of Game of Thrones practically. So.
Yeah.
And that was hand drawn.
Yeah, I will say,
Secret of NIMH.
yeah, the animation looks great.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's a beautiful movie, at least.
let's see what other notes I had.
So I got
I
to
said
the story parts.
tearjerker, music, and plot. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I almost cried. She's like feeding her dying child the magic soup to make him better
I
from
know,
his
I'm like-
pneumonia, and I'm like, oh my god.
This is the movie you take your kids to if you want to punish, well, maybe not punish them, but like they're definitely going to, it's like, I wonder how many parents took their kids to see this thinking they were going to have a fun, Friday or Saturday night out, and then they see it like this intense, super dark movie. I mean, it has a happy ending, but
It does. I know. I kind of
It's
want
got-
to ask my mom, what did she watch this with me, or did she not care
Yeah.
that I was watching it over and over again? I don't know what they thought about it.
I had never heard of this until probably 15 years. Like I said, I think I saw a Nostalgia Critic
Wow.
review it.
Yeah.
I don't remember this at all. I don't remember. Probably I had to ask my sister.
Did you go to the video rental store when you were a kid?
Yeah, but
Because it was in that section, and I mean, I remember.
by the time
seeing
we
it
started
there.
renting movies, I wasn't renting cartoons anymore. I wanted Back to the
Oh.
Future and whatever, like Ghostbusters, PG, live action movies, Goonies, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to watch animated stuff. I don't remember what the day or when I lost interest in animated movies, but I remember. So I think I had no interest in Little Mermaid or Lion King.
Well, I wanted to be an animator when I was a kid, so Lion King.
Although I think
And
Lion King was
then-
more like that was probably mid '90s, right? Early
Yeah,
'90s.
there was. I know when I stopped watching, when Tarzan came out, I lost interest in Disney movies. So up until that point, and I
Oh,
really
yeah.
don't watch like a lot of animated anything now.
I
Really,
remember reviewing Tarzan for my college paper.
I didn't want to see it because I didn't want to watch a Phil Collins was the soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
I just didn't want to see that. So I think whatever the last movie was before Tarzan was the last one I really saw.
the girl who becomes a warrior.
Oh, Mulan.
Yeah,
I've
saw
never
that.
seen Mulan. I've never. Yeah, there's a lot of Disney movies.
Didn't
I
they
haven't
remake
seen.
that? Or they did like a live action?
They did. I think it bombed though.
Yeah.
It didn't do well.
Some of my criticisms were it said it's too much of a tearjerker, really poor sound effects, lack of music. Same thing as Return to Oz.
Yeah.
The video quality we watched looked like VHS.
It was very grainy.
Yeah, you could see like as if there was like speckles on the lens, like as it's coming down.
Yeah, it was really surprising, honestly.
Although I will say like the matte paintings are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
The sparkling, twinkling effects, those are awesome.
Yeah, they used a revolutionary
Yeah.
animation effect apparently for that sparkling
Yeah.
thing, but yeah, it really draws your eye in.
It's hard to say. I don't know. What did you like better, this or Return to Oz?
Oh, I love this movie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't love
I think
Return
this-
to Oz.
This one I think definitely has more rewatchability.
Yeah.
Because I think I would pick up on more details if I watched it again.
I do. Yeah.
Because it kind of opens and you have to be really paying attention.
Oh, because Nicodemus is telling the story.
Yeah.
And then writing as soon as it opens, and then they go into the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot to follow.
Yeah. So to me, it's okay. It's at least visually entertaining.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be in a rush to watch it again, and I definitely wouldn't recommend this to kids.
Oh, if I
Yeah.
had kids, I would have them watch this movie.
I think this is for
It's a good
college
story.
kids. This is what you would watch if you went to an art school or something or film school.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, I think James angry video game nerd. I have his autobiography, and he went to film school, and I think he mentions this movie in there at some point where, because he's kind of like you, where he grew up on horror movies and kind of twisted movies, and like that's what made him want to do such bizarre stuff,
Yeah, it's all creative stuff. Yeah, comment if you watched this movie when you were a small child, and did you watch it over and over again? What effect did it have on you? Because this is his first time viewing it, and he thinks it's disturbing. So yeah.
So do you have something picked out for your next one, or do you want to?
I'm trying to think between two more. I feel like the two I have in mind are even more disturbing than this. Okay. So we're kind of like, well, we started off big.
By the time we finish this series, we want to kill ourselves.
You want to watch an uplifting children's movie?
You want like the kids' equivalent of Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah.
If you can, let us know if there's a trippy kids movie.
I'm sure there's probably some Japanese, something like that,
Yeah. Oh, Japanese or German.
It's funny, like, speaking of which, neither of us, did you ever watch anime? The only anime I ever saw was Akira. I think from that was like late 80s.
I remember seeing Akira maybe in college, and I hated the animation, and then after that, anime really became huge. Yeah. So I saw just before.
Maybe we could revisit that one.
And then
I think that counts as disturbing kids movies.
Akira?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. It's pretty dark. We could do that.
Yeah, and like there's thousands of other anime movies. I don't know, for whatever reason, that's just the only one I ever saw.
That was the major one. I think it was like the first one we knew about anyway. So
yeah. So we'll wrap it up a little bit quicker this episode. It's
a short movie compared to like a 2-hour Star Wars.
I know. Yeah, it's funny because we were saying that it's like a real slow build, and then it just kind of ends.
3/4 of it is extremely slow, and then last quarter, boom, and then it's done. Because we were looking at our clock, going, "How long is this? It's only 80 minutes. It just feels like a long movie."
I know. It's like I feel like it's only 2 acts. I feel like the first act is like 60 minutes, and then the second act is like 10 minutes, and the third act is 10 minutes.
That's true. Yeah, 2 different movies.
Yeah. So for my next pick, obviously, will be Return of the Jedi. We're gonna finish the Star Wars series, and then probably we'll do Family Guy, Star Wars parody, or Robot Chicken, or something like that. So
yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right. So thanks for watching, and
see you on the dark side. Wait.
I thought you said we see you on the flip side.
Eat my shorts. See you on the flip side? What the hell is
smell you later.
Smell you later. All right, we're still figuring it out. Let us know.
Yeah.
We'll put a poll out.
By the way, homework assignment. Everybody, if you got this far, recommend this show to a friend, especially on YouTube. We're trying to get more subscribers. And please leave a comment. We love when people comment.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on Instagram, TikTok, or the podcast.
Right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.